Siang teman-teman semua. Kali ini mungkin izin aku kasih materi kelasnya itu apa namanya via recording ya seperti itu. Soalnya aku posisi lagi enak badan banget dan suaraku lagi pelan banget. Takutnya di kelas akunya malah kolaps gara-gara dehidrasi dan lain-lain. Ya memang flu itu menyebalkan, batuk paling menyebalkan ya seperti itu. Tapi nggak ada masalah seharusnya. Oke, kita akan mulai diskusi mengenai responsive web layout. Nah, mungkin aku coba bikin file baru dulu ya. File baru dulu namanya adalah index.html. Kita taruh di mana? Kita taruh di ini aja deh. Di download saja deh. Aja download. Dokumen, new folder, web 1. Oke, index.html. Oke. Jadi, teman-teman, kita di sini akan coba kenalan dengan namanya responsive khususnya penggunaan dari grid layout sorry, should be in English, right? Okay, it's okay lah. So, kenapa sih penting banget sih? Why it is important to make a design using a responsive web layout? Because it is mandatory for everyone that would access the website. Could access from any devices. For example, a parent usually when opening a website using their nearby devices. For now, I think every parents open their mobile phone rather than opening their laptop. For a student, when they are learning about something, they will open their laptop and thus make the difference between layout of the desktop and also the tablet. Okay, first of all, we will try to create the structure. Okay, the first one, the left pane, ya kita pakai sini aside seperti ini, ya will be your navigation. The top, okay, and then the right pane depends on your need, and the footer will display a credit on whom create the website. Sorry, batuknya kena banget. Okay, we will try by creating the structure of index.html, which open by defining the document type and also the language of the codings. Okay, we use doc type like this. Okay, sorry, ini kayaknya kenapa dia masuk ke dalamnya, padahal harusnya ke situ aja, nggak ada masalah. Okay, we will use HTML and then the HTML lang English. Yeah, it is okay if you are trying to create the HTML using the language, for example, Indonesians. But I think most of our task, because there's regulations that mostly of our class should be teaching or spoken in English. So the tutorial, the code itself will be written in English. Okay, after opening the HTML tag, we will open the head. After opening the head, we'll have body. And after body, we will have what comes after the body? The footer. but it is really what you call it, it is really optional because you can create a new class called footer, because I think no one right now using a footer text. Yeah, most of the programmer you will create a div with a class named footer as the footer of the page. Okay, the structure of the coding is really simple. Okay, what is the simple code that I meant in here? The first the first one, we have to define a header. We will use a div, okay, with the class name header, like this on, sorry, header, and inside the header we will have h1, okay, that have a text welcome with a point mark. And the next one, we will create a new div called container. So in this matter, the container will use a grid layout. The whole body will use a grid layout, and the container will use the flexbox properties. So the inside of the container could contain some of the sub container. For example, there are sidebar, there are main content, and also there are the right pane that you can customize, depends on your need. Sorry, typo, depends on your need. Okay. The first one, the menu. Okay, the menu works as a sidebar. Okay, we will use a list over here and then customize its list of the unordered list as your navigations. And then the next one, div, why it's happening, okay, class main, like this. And the last one is the third one is aside. Okay, aside works as your right pane. Okay, and the last one, footer. When we will create a note, for example, a paragraph that contains PS, please try to resize the browser. Smile, yeah, like that. Yeah, if you want to include any emoticons, you have to make sure that the emoticons is supported in the browser. Yeah, for those maybe when you are trying to write from a MacBook, there's an options to include an emoticons, but it is not mandatory. It is depends on your preference. Okay, after that, what is the content of the menu? The menu will contain some of our navigation pane, which is a sidebar menu. Okay, we will use an unordered list that contains some of the list. For example, the first one, sorry, it is hard to explain when I have a sinus. Ada sinus in what you call it, pilek ya, ada ingus ya seperti itu. Okay, home. I will copy to shorten the process. And yep, home, and then about me, and then my holiday. Yeah, you can see that the structures of this practicum, yeah, is the same with your previous task, which is creating a table-based navigations that contains about your holiday and also your profile, and also the last from our previous assignment, which is our registration form. form. Okay. Sorry, it's a snort things happening in here. And then after that, you will open the main div. The main div will create as main sections of the website, which contain, and maybe I will try to show the example. Yeah, like this. Yeah, this is the example of our final product. There's home, about me, my holiday, registration form, and etc. And in each every navigation list, you can create a new link that will refer to the other pages, and you can create the navigations as a what you call that, as a template of your website. Okay, div class main. Yeah, I will make a new header. Hello there. And then a new image. Anything. JPEG. Okay, and then the alt. Yeah, for those who may be not the maybe live in a rural networks when the internet speed is not is compromised. An image, I think. Okay, and then the class as responsive. Okay. Oops, what happened there? Yeah, as responsive image. Why it is important to make a class to an image? Because we want to resize the image, so when you are trying to resizing the browser pane, it will follow the size of the browser. For example, when you are opening from the desktop, the image will take a full length, or for example, in this case, the maximum length of the image will be 700 pixels. But when you are trying to open from a smaller window, for example, from your mobile phone, the width of the image will be resized to 320px. Without we are claiming it is as responsive image, and later on at CSS, we will program the width percentage of the image. The image will be cut, or will be what you call that, penyet. Ya, bakal dibikin jadi lebih kecil seperti itu. Okay, we'll open a new paragraph. Oops. With hello there, welcome to my humble website. Please do understand this website was created as a portfolio of an responsive website. Okay, like this. And then after that, in the aside, yeah, we will you can place many tags, yeah, or I will use h2 in here, some text, some title, and then you can use a new paragraph in here, any text that maybe an ad maybe an ad in the future. Ya mungkin nanti sampingnya bisa diisi dengan sebagai sebuah ad. Okay, this is the structures, and when we are opening the site, oops, no folder open. Okay, we'll open the folder. Yeah, open this one. Tada! Yes, I trust the others. Like this, when I open with my bad. Evelyn Finder. When I open the index.html using my browser, the structure will be like this. It is not proportional, although it is responsive. Yeah. Why I can go narrower than this? Because the settings of my browsers uh, limit the size of browsers to be this exact width. Okay. And for now, we will try to make some stylings to our documents with the structures of an index.html. Okay, I will try to open some of the pages, for example, as a comparison. I will create a new file, name style CSS, like this. Chada. Okay, this is the proper example of using Visual Studio Code to open between your HTML and also CSS file. You can configure, you can arrange the panel, depends on your preference. For example, you can move it to your secondary sidebar like this. Yeah, if you want to try to move it to another places, yeah, you can just add another page, for example, for your JavaScript. Okay. For now, we will try to create a new a new styles. But first of all, we have to declare a meta named viewport okay, as our reference for the content, the width of the device, and also the initial scale of the website. This width and then initial scale. Sorry, I hit flu. Okay, like this. Chada. Okay, and after that, we will create a new link rel style sheet. Okay, and then the href will be your style.css. If you place it under the folder, you have to make sure that the styles.css, you have defined the name of the folder and then the name of the file. For example, if you place all your CSS inside a folder called CSS, maybe you should try to write it like this. But since we have the style.css in the same folder as with the index.html, it is not mandatory to create a new subfolder, but it is depends on your preference. Yeah, me myself as example, yeah, I will try to make the style.css contained in the same folder with my index.html. Okay, first of all, we have the whole structures of our coding over here. Wait, I will try to resize this one. Okay, this is the structure. Okay, the Explorer takes a long of spaces. We have had. We didn't have any stylings to the head. No, we will start the stylings from the body for each class or div, for the container, for the menu, for the main, for the responsive images, for the paragraph, for the headers, and also for the footers. That's some of our attribute that we will try to stylize in our style.css. For now, we will start opening from the box sizing. Why it is important? Why box sizing is important? To make sure that all of the padding and the borders are included in the elements total. Like this. Yeah, to make sure that your all of your all of your codes will have a proper paddings and also a proper borders to ensure proper paddings. I hate it. I have to use this one. I will move it over there, I think. Up, and then close the. Okay. The next one, we will try to create a style for the body. We will refer. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the whole general structures of the website. We will try to create the style list of our HTML. Oops, my bad. HTML. For example, a font family will be Sida sans, and the property will be sans serif, like that. Okay, it is going to set a consistent font across the website. Okay, like this. Okay, the next one, maybe I will try to make the CSS pane larger than the index.html. The next one will be body. Wait a minute. Okay, the next one will be body. The body text will use a margin of 0 and padding of 0. If you want to try to set a wider margin, yeah, for example, the margin will define the distance between the browser's box to the content, and then the padding will define the border distance to the content. Yeah, in here we will use the 0 and 0 as a default, but if you want to try to create it, you can try yourself. What will happen if you if you expand or if you increase the number of the margin, also padding. The next one will be a class. Okay, to refer to a class. Okay, for example, dot header. All of our header over here will use a background color. What you call it? For example, I will use light gray. Light gray in here. Yeah, light gray. Yeah, if you want to use a code, you can slide and then change it according to your will. Yeah, it is depends on your preference. Okay, and the color will define the color of the text, which should be white. Yeah, if you have a light gray, or maybe you can try and change to dark gray, maybe dark gray, dark. I see dark slate. No, dark gray lah. Dark gray. Okay, like this. If you try to open the styling, see the stylings, it is already changed. The welcome will be this. The white will be the color of the text on your header, and the gray, dark gray, will be the background color of your class. And then after that, we will try to create a padding, which is 15px. 15px, okay, the 15px, what will change? See, it will what you call that? Fill the entire header, and then the 15px is the properties from the whole distance between the borders and the content. See, there are changes in our designs. Okay, the next one, text align, will be center. Okay, like this. See the changes. Okay. Yeah. Why am I not using the localhost 3000s to submit a real-time design changes? I think we will try to talk about that later. And the next one, using CSS grid as a base of our layout that was marked with containers like this. Okay, see the emoticons. Okay, so to refer that, I will use the container. The container will display grid. Sorry, display, not display. Display grid, and then the grid template columns will be one full row. Okay. What defines a single row? Using a single column for mobile devices like this. Okay, and then the grid gap will be 20px. I think it is sufficient, and the padding will be 15px. The same with our header. See, there's already a changes. But why the menu looks still in our list? Because we haven't stylized our menu, especially our unordered list and also our list. So for now, we will try to stylize our menu by referring to the menu. Like this. Okay, the first one, the menu will use a background color. For example, the color will be dark something, dark slate blue, like this. Okay, the padding will be, I think we will try to make the same padding, for example 15px. Okay. After that, you see from the menu there are some elements, for example under unordered list and also the list itself. We will try to modify every menu, every navigations to have a proper button like properties like this. UL list style type will be none. Why none? Because we didn't define any stylings, and then the padding will be 0, and then the margin will be 0. So the distance between list and also from the menu will be 0. There will be no there will be no distance between the menu, the list, unordered list border to the menu. So the distance will be from the list to the unordered list border. Still, if you confused, this is what I meant. Okay, the padding, I think, will be 8px, that it is sufficient. Okay, see, the structure is different. The stylings, we remove all of the bullets. Okay, and now the padding will be 8 pixels from each list. See, from each list. Sir, the color of the text is still black. Yeah, we will try to change it later. And the margin bottom will be I think 8px is the same lah, like this. See the difference? There will be a distance between every element in the list. And the background color, yeah, we will use dark gray, like this. See, I think it is not aesthetic like that, but this only show an example. When you are trying to create an aesthetic website, the first important things that you have to make a good structure, and then after that you can stylize it, depends on your will. Yeah, for now I will only display the stylings. Okay, sorry, the structures like that. And then the color, this is the color of your text, will be white. Chada. Okay, and the text line will be center to make it proper. And then box shadow. Ooh, what is box shadow? We already learned about that, but we are trying to create a new form. See, the first one will be the distance. Okay, the second one will be the the horizontal distance. Yeah, the slight x, and then 3 pixel will be the slight y from the actual positions. For example, 0, okay, and then 1px, and then 3px. And then the color of the shadow, for example, I will try to make it light gray, like this. And then after that will be gray, like this. Chada. Yeah, there's not much difference because our our background using the darker color. If you are using the lighter color, you will see the okay, you will see the color of the shadow, like that. Okay, the shadow usually is darker. And then the box radius, the border radius will be 1px. I think it is this. It is it's not looking at that. 10px, like that. Okay, 5 is I think 3px is sufficient. Okay, not really boxy, but you can see there's a band, yeah, in every corner of the box. Okay, the next one will be our hover things. Yeah, for example, when we are placing the cursor above every navigations, it is mandatory to create a hover so the users aware of the positions of the cursor. For example, dot menu le and hover. Okay, when the list were hover, sorry, do not add extra spaces. The background color will be sky blue, like this. Chada. See the difference? Yeah, there's a color when we hover to the navigation menu. Okay, the next one we will program the main. So for the menu, it is done like that. And then for the menu, yeah, for the menu, we will make a background color like a slight-ish, what you call it, broken white thing for the main area. The background color will be white. I think I will with white, and then I will change the property to something like this. Okay. Yeah, not 255. You see, so it is slight. Oops, my bad. See, a slight gray. Okay. The next one. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. The padding will be the same with previous 15px. Okay. See, there's a distance between the content to the border of the main areas. See, it is much more proper. than the other settings. Okay. And the other next thing, we will try to create a new from a site, new class aside. Yeah, we will not talk about the image responsive. I will make a design later. But before that, let me pause for 15 seconds or to 30 seconds. I have to go to the toilet. Yeah, take your time to write the code. My bad. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, sorry. Because when I'm recording using MacBook, I cannot pause. If I'm stop the recording, the screen will be stopped, and I have to redo. I have to restart over the tutorial. So for now, we will make a new section. Sorry, this is the stylings for the right pane. Aside, the content will be the background color. I think we will use the same background color with the menu. So the background color will be dark gray. Okay, and then the text color will be white. Okay, after that the padding, we will make it all the same because it is a good example of a constant layout. What constant? Yeah, constant. Yeah, when we are trying to create something. Why it is wrong? Oh, I haven't provided the value. And the text alignment will be center, and the font size will be 14px. And also the box shadow, I think I will open copy from the previous one lah ya, to make it not difficult lah ya. Why am I not copy all of them and then write over it? Okay, yeah, it is better, yeah, if you notice that why I didn't copy all of the properties over here. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, don't ask me. Sorry, the background color of the menu is dark slate blue. Dark slate blue. See, like that. Okay. Okay, and the last section, styling for the footer section. Okay, like this. Okay, using the dot footer. Yeah, we will make the footer the same properties as the header in here. So the color will be dark gray. I will copy it lah, just to make it faster. Okay. Okay, and maybe the font size will be much more smaller lah than default. Font size will be 11px. PCX the number of the what you call that? Why it is error? Oh, sorry, my bad. Okay, now if you see over here, We have a proper stylings, we have a proper structures, but it is not a true responsive layout. Yeah, if you want to try to resize it, it is responsive. Yes, it is responsive, but the what you call it, the view for a desktop and also for the mobile is the same. So now we will create a new stylings properties to differentiate between desktop and also differentiate between the mobile phone. Okay, the first one, styling for mobile phone sizes, like this. For mobile phone, I think the resolutions of mobile phone will be below 600 px. Yeah, like that. Okay. Okay, I will use the add media selector to focus on screen and min width okay, 7 I think 700 pixels is enough lah, like this. Okay, so the style of these sections will be applied to a screen that have the minimum width of 700 pixel, like that. The properties in here, okay, the container, okay, will display a grid template columns, one full row for our header, followed by 2, and then followed by footer 1. Okay, this is we are using 3 layout columns, like this. Tada! And now it is changed to our proper looks. If you will try, it is already responsive or not? Yes, it is already responsive. See, that's differentiate between a good responsive design to not a proper design. Where's that? Okay, not a proper design. Okay, you can try to inspect using the more tools and then developer tools over here, and then you can try to switch between desktop and also also mobile devices. See, this is the difference. It is already responsive, but the problem if I myself want to contain something, want to include an image, for example, image of wait, I have to find an image. I think this one is better. Okay, an image. Sorry, my bad. Okay, in here, and then I will try to change the code to an image, like this. When I refresh, see the size of the image. Woo! There's a problem with that. The image will take a whole spaces. In the desktop, it is also cannot contain the actual size or the height of the image. So it is mandatory for us to make a responsive image properties with a minimum width of 760 pixels, for example, or 700 pixels. So for now, another section. Why we are not combining these two? Okay, so for the screen that we have a minimum width of 700 pixel, the limit dot the image will be max width 700 pixel. I think 670 boleh lah, 680 px. The display will be blocked. Okay, and the margin will be 0 for left and right, and then for the top bottom will be auto. Okay, like this. See, it is already changed. Yay! See, the image is not proper yet, but it is better than before. The previous one, we haven't defined the size of the image. And after that, the problem is continuous. If you change to the mobile version, see, the image is really take up a bit space, so we cannot see the structure. I will zoom for you. We cannot see the structure of our navigations. Okay, and also our footer is really small and the paragraph is really small. We cannot see that. Yeah, we have to scroll to the left, and it is not a proper define. Oh, Villain is such a cute boy. For now, we will try to make a default styling responsive image for our mobile view. The width will be 100%. When I change that and I apply, see, it will take a proper width of the parents of the class, the main class. Okay, main class. We haven't played with float. That I think when we are trying to using the float properties, yeah, we will try on the next week, or maybe I will create another tutorial on create that one, and then the height will be auto. Okay, the max width will be 100%, and the border radius, yeah, to make it prettier, like this. See, it is much more suitable and it is already responsive. I think that's all for our tutorial right now. You can practice that one and then you can see the coding. Yeah, I will try to scroll it from the beginning. This is the coding for our index.html for the structure of our website. Yeah, please make sure that you have to define every class name, and the class name we will refer using dot in here. And then this is the coding for the styling. Yeah, HTML, body, header, container, menu. Yeah, the unordered list, the list of our navigations, the hover properties when we are placing our cursor above the menu, and then the main, aside, and also the footer. I think that's all for today, guys. Yeah, I haven't taken my lunch yet. Yeah, I create this tutorial on our lunch time. Yeah, I will have, I think, 1 hour to have my lunch, and also we will meet at the class at 2 p.m. So if there's any questions, do not hesitate to contact me through WhatsApp or raise your hand in the class, and we will meet at the class at 2 p.m. today on Lab Computer 1. Bye-bye!